Welp, here we go again. We're gonna be looking at another Oblivious HD video. Guess 666. This was a short made in
2017.
that I also watched as a kid. What do they think about this one? I have no idea. But anyways, this one is gonna be different. I'm gonna go through the plot since it's so short. So let's just get into it. The short starts with 3 bullies being murdered by Guest 666, then cutting to 1 year later where Emily is being bullied by cliché bullies. Cut to Emily in a classroom and 3.0 asks Emily if she could help him with the questions, and the bullies are like, "Oh my god, she's such a loser." Then we transition to after school where Emily is reading something and the teacher asks her what she's reading. Turns out she's reading a book about Guest 666, and then the teacher explains the backstory of Guest 666.
The legend claims he was a genetically mutated guest. Certainly looked nothing like the others. This particular guest would love to isolate himself from everyone else. As you can tell, he was a bit of an outcast. One day he was found dead in the school courtyard. Believed suicide. His demented spirit roams the school today, seeking to savagely destroy its unsuspecting victims.
Then Emily leaves and she's later threatened by Veronica with a knife. And this is definitely a real depiction of bullying and not just exaggerated to move the plot forward. Anyways, Veronica brings Emily back to the school and the 2 other bullies bully her a bit and then leave. Then Veronica starts fighting her and... Moving on, Guest 666 lets Emily live, and the 2 other bullies then come back and are like, "OMG, you killed her. We're gonna tell everyone about this." Man, these bullies are the dumbest imaginable. They see Emily next to Veronica's dead body, and they don't think to run away and call the cops. Instead, they run up to Emily and accuse her of the murder. This could have turned out worse for them if Emily had actually murdered Veronica. Moving on, we see Emily back at home where a news reporter talks about the murder. And what a coincidence! It was on the same night those 3 bullies at the beginning were murdered. Spooky. Then when Emily goes to school, everyone is like,
"Here, mark him with this so I can always tell which one of us is a f***ing creep!"
What does the A stand for?
You're a f***ing creep!
By the way, everyone probably would have been hiding instead, cause, you know, she might have killed Veronica. Then after more accusing scenes, we cut to her locker where she got a note to meet someone at the pizza place because they know about Guest 666. Then she turns and gasps, "It's Guest 666! Nah, just kidding, it's 3.0, the most oblivious HD character before the serious stuff. Anyways, moving on, Emily and 3.0 talk for a bit, and then she heads to the pizza place, while royalty-free music plays in the background. She heads in, and we now meet Justin, who's like, "I can help you." And then that's it for part 1. In part 2, we see Guest 66 dying, and then cut to the pizza place with a... Sorry, I was waiting for James A. Janice to appear. Anyways, Emily is like, "What do you know about Guest 666? And Justin asks her what she knows about Guest 666. She rants for a bit, and then it's revealed that Justin saw those 3 bullies at the beginning getting murdered by Guest 666. How did he see this? Well, obviously he was following them, because they were gonna do something that night. Anyways, they get kicked out by Big Moma, and they head back to Justin's place. After a spooky jump scare, Emily heads back to Justin's room. Then after they play an old news report, they're attacked by Guest 666. Why? And then we meet 2 old guests who were at the pizza place from earlier, and they're like, "We know the real story of Guest 666. But then, oh no! They hear a scream, and Emily and Justin head towards the school where, a student is being threatened by the 2 bullies on the rooftop. So Emily and Justin head up to the rooftop, and they try to stop the bullies. Unfortunately, they pull out a knife and get cornered, and they're about to kill Justin until... Wait, pause. Why the hell was he up there? Dude, this could have easily been fixed. They could have replaced a random student with 3.0, or maybe when 3.0 is at Emily's locker, he can ask, "Hey, wanna hang out with me at the library at the school?" Or just have a scene where 3.0 sees Emily and Justin running towards the school and he follows them. You could have easily done that, but instead he just randomly appears. Anyways, guest 666 attacks the bullies, but then those two old guys that were at Justin's house suddenly show up. Turns out they were the bullies who killed guest 666, and they say they're very sorry. And this somehow works? Excuse me? This is like if William Afton told Cassidy he was very sorry. This wouldn't obviously work because Cassidy is still upset that she was murdered. This is the same for guest 666. He was murdered by bullies and now he's pissed off and murdering other bullies. But in this case, it somehow works. And then the two bullies are also very sorry. And then the two old guys and the bullies get arrested. Then we see Emily Justin scene guest 666 turn back to normal and fade away, Thanos style. Cut to the hospital where they're very happy that 3.0 is alive, and Justin explains that 3.0 survived because he fell into a bush. Wait, is that true?
What the hell is this?
Anyways, they explain why guest 666 was bullied, and then we see guest 666 playing with other kids in heaven? I don't know, but that is the end of the short. Now, the plot is fine. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It does have some stupid moments that happen sometimes, but it's not the worst thing ever compared to, I don't know, Fishtails. It honestly feels like if you combine a bit of the seriousness of The Last Guest and combine it with Oblivious's old comedic videos, and this is what you'd probably get. I want to also bring up another thing, the animation, because I won't even call this an animation video. It's more like making a movie in the game Action, but you put just a teeny bit more effort into it. The animation usually just boils down to walking around and sometimes using /E animations, and then maybe doing their own animation other times. There's also the voice acting, which is kinda bad. There are only two voice actors, Chaz Ravenel, who does a fine enough performance, and the Healthy Crow, who appears to have gone to the store to get the milk. Now, the Healthy Crow's performance is kinda bad. She makes Emily and the bullies sound like boys. Meanwhile, they're girls. So it just turns out weird. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say about it. It's fine, and honestly, I can't say much else about it. I give this one a 6 out of 10. Not bad, but it's also not the greatest thing in the world. It's just a fun little short that you'd randomly get recommended on YouTube, and you'd probably watch it and have a fun time. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Make sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications. If you liked the video, I've been Crazy Matt.